Viewers, the big story that is emerging from across the length and breadth of this country is now a gripping sense of turmoil in the Congress party, an unravelling of the party in several states. The Congress, however, at least the High Command, is in no mood to learn a lesson from the drubbing at the hands of Narendra Modi. Darbaris retained by the Gandhi family have closed ranks behind Rahul Gandhi to insulate him from defeat. Now here's a list of some of the unlucky scapegoats that have been found in different states. And you can see on the left of this graphic is Rahul Gandhi, who resolutely won't quit. He said that decision will be taken at a later date, perhaps even on Saturday when the CWC meets. But in the meantime, they've got people like the president of the Odisha Congress to resign. His name is Niranjan Patnaik. Raj Babbar, president of the UP chapter of the Congress party, he's quit. H.K. Patil, president of the Karnataka Congress campaign panel, so obviously someone who was deciding on the messaging and perhaps other nuances, also goes. Last but not least, Yogendra Mishra, chief of the Amethi district. Remember, it was in Amethi that Rahul Gandhi was literally shown the mirror by Smriti Irani, the giant killer of this election. Now others who are probably eyeing the exit door are beginning to speak out against Rahul's leadership, singling him out as the reason for the debacle. Listen to this.
उसके अलावा तो कोई परिणाम हो ही नहीं सकता। अभी अगले 3-4 महीने में तो हमको चुनाव को सामने जाना है और कांग्रेस की लीडरशिप तो ऐसे ख़त्म हो गई है। कांग्रेस में लीडरशिप नहीं है। मेरे सामने ही चिंता थी कांग्रेस के कार्यकर्ताओं के बारे में, लेकिन निश्चित रूप में जो आज महाराष्ट्र में जो हमने चुनाव देखे हैं, जो बड़ी मात्रा में भाजपा सेना ने जो जीत हासिल की है, वही जीत विधानसभा में इनको युति को मिलेगी, इसमें कोई संदेह नहीं है।
एक्सपेक्टेड रिजल्ट नहीं आए और जो आज हम लोग ईवीएम के बारे में भी जो डाउट कर रहे हैं, तो सारे अपोजिशन पार्टी के लोग डाउट कर रहे हैं। मैं मेरे लिए नहीं बोलता, ठीक है, हम तो मानते हैं जो हमारा जो पराजय हुआ है और जनता ने हमको आशीर्वाद नहीं किया, इसका तो हम स्वीकार करते हैं।
Well, the party itself has begun to come apart at the seams, restricted to fewer and fewer areas. I'm going to show you some graphics now, viewers, and it will begin to tell you this picture on your screens of how the party is shrinking. Look at where the number of green spots were in 2009, patches all over the country. The Congress did remarkably well, crossing the 200 mark on its own and edging closer to a full majority. That didn't quite happen, of course. The UPA as a whole went into the 300 territory, not the Congress, but it was still by far the single largest party governance. In 2014, completely blanked out. Blitz, worst ever performance, down to 44. Who was the vice president of the party? Rahul Gandhi was the campaign in charge. He was also, of course, the lead campaigner. Since then, the party has lost state after state, redeemed itself in the last 1 year in a few key states in the Hindi heartland and in Karnataka to some extent, Gujarat, Punjab. But after that, look what happened in 2019. From 44, it's grown to about 52, 53, 52 I think at last count. Some seats we're still getting leads on, but 52 well short of the 55 number it needs to even be denoted as viewers, the leader of the opposition. And look at the number of states the Congress has not even got one MP. There's a joke doing the rounds that if you travel from the south, from Kerala, the only MP you will find is in Punjab. of the Congress party. That's the joke that is doing that. I don't want to trivialize this debate. It's a very serious one because we cannot have a country where there is no opposition. Unfortunately, Rahul Gandhi has led us into that direction, into a wilderness where we haven't been in about, 40 years since Indira Gandhi's death, untimely as it was. Now look at this. Cong has been marginalized to just 5 states. Now there are some regional outfits. The left, which had become a regional outfit a short while back, you can see, had this kind of spread before it's completely been expunged. And now you have the Congress save the blemishes, the blushes really, by Kerala. Without that 15 in Punjab right on top, you might actually have a problem. The Congress would be left with very little. Now the Congress is also losing its grip over its traditional supporters from among rural and urban poor, minorities and the Dalits. They're also deserting the Congress party. There you can see, this is the Congress cluster. Just look at this, viewers. If you look very closely, of course, some of those green blocks will also have allies. So this is not really the most exact representation only of the Congress, but still it gives you an idea. In the extremely minority-dominated seats in Cluster 3, you can see the UPA still has a concentration of 20 out of 85. But look at the new urban class, 9. Rural, 26. But look at where the BJP is, 87. This is really traditional Congress territory. Cluster 6, Rurban, another vote bank of the Congress, especially in urban areas. That's down to 9. This is all UPA. So these would be DMK, these would be NCP seats also. Just think about how much erosion there has been. And it goes on like that. Across this entire wheel, you can go clockwise or anti-clockwise. It's not going to make a difference. It's not just the top Congress generals, but even their alliance partners have been weighed down in Karnataka, Andhra, Maharashtra, and they now blame the Congress for their drubbing. Viewers, listen to Nawab Malik. Listen to what he has to say.
As far as NCP is concerned, we are leading 4 seats. Some of the seats we are neck to neck fighting. The way Congress was not united, the leaders in Maharashtra were fighting, infighting was there. Decision of ticket distribution from very beginning, infighting was there. People were not serious. They had not fought election unitedly. Definitely due to that, the impact is there. And we cannot blame anybody that only the Congress is the issue.
अफसोस की बात यह है कि मेरी बात सही साबित हुई। मैं नहीं चाहता था कि मेरी बात सही साबित हो। मैं चाहता था कि उस वक्त जो खतरे की घंटी मुझे सुनाई दे रही थी, उस खतरे की घंटी को बाकी भी सुने और उस घंटी को सुनने के बाद वो कुछ करें। लेकिन ऐसा लगा जैसे कि मैं अकेले में ही शोर कर रहा था। और वो कहते हैं ना कि अकेले आप सिर्फ चुटकी बजा सकते हो, ताली बजा नहीं सकते हो। इसलिए आज हम लोग ताली बजा रहे हैं, लेकिन बाकी शायद ताली बजाने के लायक रही नहीं आज।
Wow, Omar Abdullah saying मुझे तो खतरे की घंटी सुनाई दे रही थी. Well, if that was the case, he was certainly keeping a huge secret from everyone. Till about 4 days ago, he was even beginning to question the legitimacy of the exit polls. Well, at least he was one of those who came out and said, well, the exit polls are spoken. I think till the time that the exit polls had been declared, he was still in denial. But nonetheless, let's just open this out. And I want to begin with a very basic question. A very basic question. Has the time, Nalin Mehta, I want to ask you this question. Has the time now come for the Congress party to jettison the Gandhis? Perhaps that will be what will save the Congress party. Some academics / politicians have made references to this. What do you think?
Rahul, there is no question about the fact you've had Raj Babbar today giving his resignation. When the UP Congress chief can give it, why can't the Congress president give it? I think the time has come to absolutely think of the Congress party without dynasty. The dynasty is what is holding the Congress back. Is there a space for other ideologies in India? Yes. Is the Congress under its current dispensation the vehicle to propagate those ideologies? Absolutely not. And this election result has shown that. Because the reason why the Congress is unable to galvanize votes is because it is stuck with a no accountability family on the top.
No accountability family.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's
now,
a very
one
big
last
charge.
point. This election of 2019 is a far bigger blow to the Congress than the 2014 election was. After this also, if they do not take drastic action to change their top leadership,
The
then I
party
don't
is
know
over.
what will happen.
The party is
what
over.
else can be done?
Nishant Sharma. No, Nishant Verma, sorry, I'm terribly sorry. I think we've spent too much time together over the last 3-4 days. Is Rahul privileged even in defeat in the Congress party?
See, I have a very simple point to make. Congress is really down in their performance.
Yeah.
They can only do better from here. Now, how do they do it better? Whether they chop off their head and do it, or they chop off their branches which are no more functional.
Tail is dispensable.
You know, now because if
In
you
the
look at the
reptilian kingdom,
performance,
amongst chameleons.
Attraction still remains Rahul Gandhi for loads of Indians.
For entertainment.
For whatever purpose, Shahzad Bhai, for you may be entertainment, but loads of people
congressman,
still look up at Rahul Gandhi, but probably not at those people who were operating in different sections or states in whichever
Well,
manner.
I just want to
so how
point
do
out
they
in
revamp?
those visuals,
That's it.
Nishant ji, ek minute wo visuals dekhiye aap. That's Prime Minister Modi. Now, after meeting the President, I think he's on his way for the cabinet meeting, I think where he will dissolve the government. And then, of course, he has engagements in the evening. There might even be a last-minute meeting. He's already down to work, not wasting even a moment. By tomorrow, he's hitting the ground, I'm told. This is just the last formality he needs to complete. He's up against a 24/7 politician, Rahul Gandhi is.
In fact, you all did a story, Rahul, that
Yeah.
the agenda for the next 100 days, and you did it 60 days ago, that the agenda for the next 100 days had already been prepared. But that aside, let me just sum up what is the problem in the Congress. One, the party used to be a parivar. Today, the parivar has become a party.
The parivar has become a party.
But that's not a problem. There are many other parties where the parivar is the party, including Akali
But they're
and
all
Shiv Sena.
losing, most of them.
But this parivar is a liability.
I think the only ones that have bucked that trend are the
Shiv
Paswans
Sena and Shiv
and
Sena.
the Shiv Sena.
But not that it justifies it. But third point is that Mr. Rahul Gandhi is not a 24/7 politician. He would rather spend his time in Khan Market at town hall rather than be in doing politics, and therefore he's cut off from those who can keep him real, and therefore he loses sipahis like Himanta Biswa Sarma. Just let me complete. He does not recognize real political talent and does not make use of them. And finally, let me sum up. I think that it will be good for the Congress party to have a Gandhi Mukt Congress, a Gandhi Mukt Congress, a
Gandhi
new
Mukt Congress.
Labour, after losing consecutively to the Conservatives, did a new Labour. They got rid of Clause 4, they got rid of their socialism baggage, they got rid of the leadership, they got a Tony Blair. Why can't we have a dynamic, young, connected leader in the Congress party? Is it a party, is a fiefdom of one family?
Raja Gopalan.
Congress will not accept Mr. Rahul Gandhi's resignation. Rahul Gandhi will continue. There are three aspects to that. Very
No, but the
commonly, I
Congress
say,
might break away. I remember that's happened.
No, it won't
Shekhar
break
Ayya-
away. It won't break away.
No,
The
it
glue
might.
is.
So there are not
that
enough
is-
people-
Wait. The glue is 15 to 20,000 crores of trust fund. Because 2-3 Congress working committee members in person told me long ago, and I have in
Trust
possession
fund.
of
Shekhar
Nehru
Ayya, trust fund is gluing this
Trust.
party
So
together.
let me elaborate that.
Including
Nehru
party
Trust,
offices.
Sanjay Gandhi Trust, Indira Gandhi Trust. These are all things which they are promoting, and they are sitting on that. Then Ahmed Patel and Motilal Vora will never allow Rahul Gandhi to resign. Otherwise, their shops will be closed. And second thing, Congress is surrounded by only legal advisors, not political advisors. For everything, you tap the doors of Supreme Court, Rafale, EVM, on every damn Dick and Harry, and later you go and apologize. But in this process,
Even Nishant
the
Verma.
Congress
Nishant
should,
Verma
Congress
realizes
chief Mr. Rahul
that
Gandhi should
Raja
maintain a
Gopalan
silence
Saab
of 6 months.
has-
Then the
has-
Congress may improve.
Is that what you are hinting at? What is the Supreme Court meant for? If you have a problem, you go there, right?
You fight some political
What is political
battles
interest?
also.
What
I mean,
is political
if there is a
interest?
problem,
Or you a politician or a
we have
lawyer?
to go to the
Or
Supreme
you a
Court, then we go.
politician or a lawyer?
You want a Supreme Court free India, I can see that and sense that.
You are a
But having
politician or
said
a
that,
lawyer?
having said that, Shehzad bhai, one line for you.
A political party is in the business of winning elections. When you take decisions which do not win you elections consistently, and you have advisors who
But
don't
क्या
give you the right
करेंगे?
inputs,
How can they win an election when the EVMs are loaded against them?
Actually,
I want to ask you, sir.
Actually, Shehzad
I
bhai
want to
can
ask you,
actually
आशुतोष
throw
जी,
light.
बताइए, EVMs
शहजाद
are
भाई can
loaded
throw
against.
light.
आज भी
ये
हमारे
आप
को
खान
reports
मार्केट-
मिल रही
खान
हैं.
मार्केट करते हैं इतने साल, आप भी तो खान मार्केट उनके साथ घूम रहे, तब क्या कर रहे थे?
नहीं,
अब
नहीं, नहीं,
ये
one minute,
cribbing बंद
one
करिए.
second, one second.
Especially for शहजाद भाई.
मैं आपको बताता
आप
हूँ.
cribbing बहुत करते हैं.
I'll tell you, खान मार्केट का प्रॉब्लम क्या है? खान मार्केट जाने में
खान
problem-
मार्केट में कोई
सुनिए ना,
problem नहीं है.
अब बात
बहुत
आप
अच्छी
सवाल
जगह.
पूछा, जवाब
सुब्रमण्य-
सुनेंगे. Will you
स्वागत
answer?
में
You want to hear the answer? You want to just go on? खान मार्केट जाने में प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. प्रॉब्लम ये है कि when you think your खान मार्केट life is part of your political career. That's the problem. You have advisors who would
No,
rather
one
spend
second.
and
Let's
have their
first
sources in
put
Khan
this
market
phrase into
rather
a
than
little bit
in
of
Darbhanga,
perspective.
Bihar. That's the
Hang on.
problem.
The Khan market, the Khan market consensus. Just put this phrase into perspective. It's not a geographical location. It's a mindset of a certain privilegencia, not even elite. Elite are individuals who excel in their field.
That's true.
Now, this is a clique of privilegencia, isn't it? Shekhar Iyer, this is what is meant by the Khan market consensus.
And absolutely, and it also means when they are in the government, they are ministers. When they are not in the government, they wear that black coat and they appear in courts, do their business as lawyers.
But are we being, I just want to come out to this, because you see, are we oversimplifying and using a term which is value loaded for no rhyme or reason? That's the question.
Rahul, I want to get to
I think
genesis,
what people, okay, yes.
because I've covered the Congress party for a long time. I want all of us to go to 1998. Congress party between 91 and 98, I would say, was not under the family. Family was outside, but it had its influence. We saw the Congress party under Narasimha Rao. After that, it was under Sitaram Kesari.
Okay.
Now, the problem is, when under Sitaram Kesari, the Congress was again reaching a state that we are seeing today, it was these very Congress leaders who rushed to Sonia Gandhi to take over. And similarly last year.
Just look at this. Look at the erosion against the BJP.
These are the leaders who went to Rahul Gandhi.
This is the erosion against the BJP. Direct contests between the Congress and the BJP in 2009, it won 55% of those. But look at the erosion. By 2019, it's not even winning 1 in 10 battles.
See, the trouble in the
There
Congress is not just the family, it is family plus whatever today is Congress.
the point
that
is,
has to be
Ashutosh
done.
ji.
The reason for that low strike
Is
rate
Rahul
here-
Gandhi.
No, it's not
Priyanka
Rahul Gandhi.
Gandhi.
It's because it was
Namdars.
in 2019. It wasn't a political battle. Who was fighting for? Who was asking for votes in the name of Pulwama terror victims?
I'm sorry.
It was one Mr.
Rahul,
Modi.
got to be
He
Rahul.
was all
This
going
is a
all
world-
around the
this
country.
is a world of
asking
perform or perish.
people
You run a
to
television
vote
channel.
on
There are other editors. There are other people who run
jingoistic
companies.
nationalists
If you don't perform, you will
on the
perish.
basis
Rahul Gandhi has not performed.
of communal
How long will he continue?
Pragya
The point is, he may be a
Singh
well-meaning
When
guy,
you
but he's
put
not
a
getting the
terror
results.
accused-
Okay, let
It's
me
as
ask.
simple as
Let me
that.
ask. So, the Congress's defense, and before I come to you, Sudesh Verma, think about that answer. The Congress's defense is that you played underhand, that you brought in the Sadhvi, I don't even want to call her Sadhvi, Pragya Singh Thakur. Then you brought in Yogi Adityanath. There was dog whistle politics that was being played, saffron politics. Then you went on, most importantly, to invoke Balakot. You skewed the field, you polarized, you did all sorts of things to instill some sort of a fear of minorities in Hindus, and they all consolidated behind you and they voted. Now, I'm going to take your answer to that question. Please make those points. And I want to bring in Mohit, and I want to go across also to Prashant and Samya. Samya, first to you, because you're in the battlefield right outside the Congress headquarters, and you've got your ear pretty much to the metaphoric wall there. What is happening behind those walls? Complete silence. Where is Rahul Gandhi? I haven't seen him. Haven't seen Priyanka Gandhi Vadra. Where are all of them today? What are they doing?
Well, Rahul, I can tell you, we've been at the Congress headquarters, going door to door from one leader's house to the other. Stony silence is what is seen in the Congress headquarters. The leaders have almost been communicated that nobody is supposed to make a statement in the media before the CWC meeting that is set to take place tomorrow and decide the fate of Rahul Gandhi as the Congress president. But at this point in time, I would also want to mention that we have spoken to several senior Congress leaders and who have said that this defeat of the Congress party was almost inevitable, and it does not come as a surprise to them at all. A senior leader like Mr. Janardhan Dwivedi, who allows us to quote him, has said that these results are not a surprise at all, because there were issues that was flagged internally over strategy, over choice of candidate, over alliances, over the even for that matter the calculations on ground that may have raised red flags, but it all went unheeded. It's the team RG and its advisors who almost insulated Rahul Gandhi from trying to even pay heed to it. But having said that, there is a growing buzz within the Congress party for two things. One is definitely a decentralization of power, where they feel there should be a division in the leadership. Could there be a situation whereby there is a working president of the Congress party as well in tandem with the Congress president? And second is definitely a place where there needs to be a change, there needs to be accountability faced. In that connection, they definitely feel that Rahul Gandhi did work, but his acceptance on ground as a possible replacement to Narendra Modi or be seen as a prime ministerial candidate, Rahul Gandhi is far from that image, and that he may have learned the ropes of politics by now, but there is this far more acceptability of Rahul Gandhi that did not get any ground during these Lok Sabha elections. There are several issues over here in the Congress party that needs to be flagged at this point in time. There would be definitely reshuffle and changes, but a complete overhaul is not possible because the recent appointments were only made by Rahul Gandhi in the last year, and there are a lot of leaders within the Congress party itself, because the so-called
Okay, well, I'm sorry to have cut you off, but Prashant, I want...
so-called team RG completely collapsed.
Okay, well, that's very interesting. Prashant, now I remember about a month before this fateful day, the 23rd, when we found out that Smriti Irani had defeated Rahul Gandhi in his family bastion. I remember you interviewing an individual who was thought to be the key strategist's son for the Congress party in Amethi. I remember that interview very clearly, and he said, "Ye to haar rahe hain, inki bas ki nahi hai." These were the words, quote unquote. Now, did Amethi at that time share that point of view, or did they suddenly make it up? Because towards the closing phases, we suddenly saw someone like Pragya Singh Thakur being given a ticket, and then there was suddenly, a hysteria in Amethi, and all the Hindu votes consolidated, and we had this massive shock.
Well, Rahul, I have visited Amethi 21 times over the past 3 months, ever since I was here in Lucknow for the election coverage. I visited Amethi 21 times. Now, if there were no murmurs about Rahul Gandhi losing, Wayanad would never have been a choice for the Congress party. First. Second, yesterday, while Smriti Irani's entire team was on ground, from her lawyers to the well-wishers to the loyalists, even a local MLC of the Congress party, Mr. Deepak Singh, even he was not there around the counting booth. No Congress worker who I could recognize was there on the road. So clearly, there were some indications earlier also that Rahul Gandhi might lose from that seat, and that was the reason why the Congress was not prepared at all, and they were caught on a wrong foot. Rahul, there are 5 constituencies, 5 assembly constituencies in Amethi, out of which 3 are Muslim-dominated constituencies like Tiloi, Jagdishpur and Salon, which have traditionally been the strongest hold of the Congress party. Now, even in those 3 constituencies, because I sat with an officer there, and he was showing us the kind of data that was trickling in from the EVMs, and on almost all of them, all the seats, all the assembly constituencies, Smriti Irani, phase after phase, was getting at least 1,000 vote difference. So that was something that was quite surprising to me also, because we have been covering Amethi for quite some time. So clearly, Rahul Gandhi has lost in all those 5 assembly segments, not 2, which primarily, 1 is with the Samajwadi Party, 4 is with the BJP, but Rahul Gandhi has lost in all assembly sections, and the visibility of the Congress party this time round was absolutely zero.
Now let me tell you,
Priyanka Gandhi has made 9 visits, Rahul Gandhi several road shows, but nothing happened on ground.
Well, you've been there 21 times. I think that might be more than Rahul Gandhi has been in the last 5 years, some would say. At least that's what Smriti Irani would say. So maybe you could have also tried your hand at it. Maybe you would have also got a few votes, Prashant. But let me just bring you in here. The issue that the Congress points to, sir, is that you've run an unfair campaign. Unfair campaign, you played dirty tricks, divided India. Up against that kind of indecent campaign, the Congress could never have stood a chance.
Just again, this divided India narrative is a narrative that comes from foreign soil. This is going to further damage the Congress. I would request that panelists to represent the Congress.
But then why did you give Pragya Singh Thakur a ticket?
You see, you know that our ideology is the ideology of cultural nationalism. We are very strong on that, and Pragya Singh Thakur will never accept it.
What is cultural? What is cultural about giving a terror accused a?
No, she was a terror accused, but
she
was
let out.
She
not been exonerated?
She's under Arms Act because Makoka has been dropped, and
no, sir. You're confusing issues.
And
Makoka might have, that's an organized crime.
Anyway,
but not anyway. It's an important one. I just want to ask you because I'm curious because you see, sir, many people will say that you fought a battle, and this is not me. This is Owaisi saying it.
So
to rig the minds of the Hindus. No, I'm just saying, this is the other side. That's why Rahul Gandhi needs to be there. Because Rahul Gandhi fights with love, they say.
Rahul, definitely, I'll answer. Ticket to Pragya, responsible for making Congress bereft of leaders and full of dealers, making Congress bereft of stakeholders and full of shareholders. They are shareholders in the party, they are no workers. Do you know they all sit for 4.5 years, get the ticket, pay for the ticket, and then want to earn in the next 4 years if they get elected? It's a shareholding party with the private proprietor, Mr. Rahul Gandhi at the top, and his mother safeguarding the proprietorship.
Okay, let him answer. Give him 30 seconds.
Let me answer.
He is also a proprietor. Are you a shareholder of the party?
We have always believed.
Why are you getting I didn't want to be a shareholder. I wanted to contest for the president. I wanted internal elections. I wanted democracy. They said no, it will be one-man show, and therefore I took the stand.
Don't try to this
Of course.
Okay, look, I need to take a short break. We'll come right back to this. We'll take a short break. Gentlemen, please. We're right back.